Landscaping business owners, this will make you rich. My name is Eddie Seegers, and I've personally grown my landscaping business to 6 figures within the first 2 years, all while firing myself in the process. By using what I'm about to show you, I took myself from $1,000 to $3,000 a month, struggling in my landscaping business, working 15 plus hours every single day, to completely firing myself from my business and pulling in $500,000 in under 2 years. And today I'm going to break down a thought process that basically will change the way that you think about getting clients. And it's all inspired by Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Leads. Let's jump right in. So this is the Hormozi inspired strategy. You've probably heard of the value equation, which is basically when you increase the dream outcome and the perceived likelihood of achievement while decreasing the time delay and the effort and sacrifice, right? And this is exactly what will dictate value. A question you should always ask yourself is, why should anyone use your service compared to your competitor's service, right? So these are the actual 5 steps that I personally took specific to my business that helped me achieve this kind of thought process that made me better understand this, right? So step 1 was recognizing client pain points and competitive gaps. Step 2, defining the dream outcome and making it personal. Step 3, building trust with perceived likelihood of achievement. Step 4, shortening the time delay with streamlined processes. Step 5, reducing client effort and sacrifice by simplifying the journey, right? And all in all, this is ultimately what made me more money, right? So let's jump into the first step. Identifying client frustrations and competitive gaps. Basically what I did is I took the time to research and understand what was missing in the landscaping industry from a client's perspective, right? Clients were frustrated by these 3 things that really stood out to me, right? This is what the competition was doing. They had unclear communication and they had missed expectations, right? So in turn, I prioritized clear, proactive communication to ensure that clients always knew what to expect, which eliminated any of the common frustration of any missed expectations, right? Another thing they had a problem with was long wait times and delays in project completion. This can be very frustrating, especially when you pay a lot of money for something that you expect to be done within, a time period. So in turn, I focused on meeting deadlines and delivering on promises, giving clients confidence that the project would be completed on time, right? You always have to think that a client is always worried about their time, and if you can decrease their mental headspace or like their physical doing within the process, you can ultimately make it more valuable in their eyes. So another thing, and the last thing that a lot of competition was doing is they had poor follow through after the project was completed, which ultimately led to limited confidence and outcomes. So in turn, I created a strong follow-through process that included updates, check-ins, and quality control, which basically reassured the client of reliable and consistent service, so they didn't have to worry about it, right? They didn't have to check in and think, okay, are they gonna be here? Are they not gonna be here? Is the work gonna be good? I have to look back and, maybe they're doing a turf installation. I have to check and make sure that they're doing it right? Like we did this for them, and in turn, they had the peace of mind to not want to bother us or watch us or anything like that. And ultimately, they were more happy with this. So yeah, that was step 1, identifying client frustration and competitive gaps. Step 2, defining the dream outcome and making it very personal. Basically what I did here is I focused on creating the perfect dream outcome for each client, whether they wanted a backyard retreat, a professional front yard upgrade, or a functional outdoor space for family gatherings, right? During consultations, I emphasized how my services could bring this dream to life by doing these 3 things. Using personalized designs tailored to their unique vision, offering a range of options to suit different budgets and goals, highlighting how our work would enhance the look and value of their property, right? And all 3 of these things I used in my messaging to my marketing materials so that I could focus on these outcomes so that clients saw my company as one that genuinely understood and prioritized their dream landscape, right? You want to highlight the end goal, and you say, okay, well, wow, look at exactly what you can get if you go with our service, and the more that you give them the more they're incentivized to think that, right? So that was step 2, defining the outcome, the dream outcome, and making it personal. Step 3 was building trust with the perceived likelihood of achievement, right? I knew that making clients confident in my ability to deliver was key to winning their trust, right? So I invested in showcasing real results that I've done for other clients, right? Here was one thing that I did was I created a full-on portfolio of really high quality before and after photos, also videos as well. Videos is very helpful, showing off a variety of successful projects that I've done in the past. So let's say someone wants, a patio. They're looking to see, I want to see, I want to see a company that has done a patio before, a well done patio at that, right? We can show them a video. Hey, this is a Sally down the street. Sally loved her patio, and in her head, she's thinking, I'm probably going to love the patio that they put in, right? So another thing that I did was compile testimonials and case studies from satisfied clients who could vouch for my company's reliability, the professionalism, and the commitment to quality, right? Testimonials, reviews, anything that would help them make their decision. This is honestly overlooked a lot of times, and most landscapers don't focus on showcasing, their good work and their happy clients, which ultimately will push someone over the edge to choosing you versus, this guy down the street that also has a landscaping company, right? So we also, and this was really like the nail in the coffin, is we added a satisfaction guarantee, and we set high quality standards to reassure that clients that they would receive everything that we discussed, right? A lot of times landscapers, they come in, we're going to do this. And then when the final project is done, like none of that stuff was accounted for, right? So it's not only setting the high expectations, but it's meeting the high expectations, right? If you can set something really high and like, you know what, Sally, we're gonna make you the best patio I've ever seen. It's gonna be done fast. It's gonna be done on time. It's gonna be done, before you even wake up for work, in 2 weeks, whatever. If you can promise them all these things and you can deliver on it, they're like completely blown out of the water, right? Their experience needs to feel premium. And all of these three things, it's really not like a one and done step, right? It's not like you can make, 5 testimonials and then, 5 clients. Nope. This is, this along with like all of the other things that you have within your business will increase the likelihood that you can do what you say you do. Ultimately, that's all this is. That's all social proof in any of this is your reliability. And if other people say that you're reliable, it'll increase the likelihood that the customer will think that you can do what you say you do, right? So that was step 3. And then this is step 4, which is shortening the time delay with streamlined processes, all right? So to stand out, I reduced the time delay from consultation to project completion by optimizing internal processes and cutting down any unnecessary waiting periods, right? A lot of times as landscapers, we'll think, I'm going to send out a quote to Sally and I'm going to just hope that she gets back to me, right? No, that's not how it works. Sally has a million other things to do on her mind, and you sending her out that quote, she may remember it. If you have like a good logo or something, or if you have a good interaction, right? You can't send this out to them and expect them to want to come to you, right? Most likely your service is not that good where it can sell itself. So we have to do these 3 things. We developed a clear step-by-step timeline that includes project milestones so that clients know what to expect at every stage within the process, right? We're gonna tell them off the bat when we meet them, hey, this is how our process is done. We move as fast as you move. And from start to finish, this is what's gonna happen here, and here, and this is the end product, and we're going to get you through this whole thing, right? And we're reiterating this to the client every single time that we get to that next stage in the process, right? Okay, we're at the 3/4 step. One more thing we got to do, and then you're scheduled in, boom, just like that. They're in and out before they even know, right? We regularly update clients on the progress of their projects, so they never feel any sense of being left in the dark about what's happening. A lot of companies, they will they'll show up, they won't tell the client, and they'll leave and they won't tell the client, right? As something as simple as that, as like a courtesy call. Hey, Sally, we're gonna be at your house and at 7 a.m. here. Just want to let you know if there's anything that we need from you or you need from us. Just keep the open line of communication, right? Communicating that we take clients from quote to schedule job in 4 days. This is some real sauce here. I'm not even gonna lie. When we started using this and we told clients and we advertised this, that you can come in and out, like you can come into our funnel and out within 4 days and have like a completely scheduled job from regardless of what you got. Like this, yes, it was a hard expectation to meet, but we met it every single time, and clients knew that we move very fast. So they are like very eager, right? This all goes back to like decreasing the time delay in Alex Hormozi's value equation, right? So we thought, how can we make this as fast as possible, right? And this is exactly how we do it. By being upfront about the timeline and maintaining communication, I created a sense of momentum, which gave clients the peace of mind that their project was being like on track. It's actually like working, right? These are a couple examples of how it is in bigger businesses. With Amazon, they offer 2-day, 1-day, or even like same day delivery, which is like mind blowing, right? If you tell someone this in like the 1990s or like the 1980s, they will think you're crazy that you can get a package, order it, and then it'll be there before you go to bed, right? By investing heavily in fulfillment centers and optimizing logistics, Amazon drastically reduces the time clients wait to receive their orders, providing almost instant gratification, right? People love the feeling of like ordering something and then there's like a big time delay between when they order it and when they get it, right? And Amazon thought that if they can shorten that gap as much as possible, people will ultimately choose them every single time. They love that feeling, and like they get a package like it's Christmas Day and they open and they rip it. Oh my gosh, like I didn't even know that this was gonna get here this fast type of thing, right? Blown out of the water. That's what you want for your clients, all right? Second example here is Domino uses a pizza tracker, which shows the clients exactly where their pizza is in the preparation and delivery process. And this it's not really open line of communication, but you can see live exactly like what the status is, and you're sitting there watching because you're probably really hungry waiting for this pizza to come, right? And this transparency keeps clients engaged, and it reduces perceived waiting times as they see the progress in real time. They see like the motions of making the pizza and then getting in the car and getting delivered, right? All of these like communication cycles of keeping them updated will ultimately keep peace of mind in the client's mind, which is what you want, right? So that was step 4. Step 5 was reducing client effort and sacrifice by simplifying the journey, right? You don't want to make it seem like when a client signs with your company that they just have like a big to-do list now, right? And here's what I mean by this. I made it as easy as possible for clients to work with my company, removing any friction, any extra effort that they might have put in, right? Streamlining the onboarding process with clear next steps, assigned points of contact, and a simple scheduling system. Like it has to be as easy as possible for them to do the entire thing front to finish, right? Providing a one-stop service where we handle every aspect from the initial design to the final cleanup, so that clients can they don't have to worry, right? They worry with their dollars. That's why we're able to be paid so much for what we do compared to other companies, is because the experience is not the same, right? And then offered maintenance packages and seasonal follow-ups, which allowed clients to enjoy their newly transformed landscape without having to think about upkeep. I don't know why a lot of companies do this, but they'll install some crazy landscaping, I don't know, new sod, whatever, and then they just won't offer maintenance, which makes no sense to me. Like, if you do offer maintenance and you don't do all of your new projects for maintenance, you're literally losing out on dollars, because they're just going to go to someone down the street and give what should be your money to someone else, right? So this is the white glove approach. that basically set my company apart as a high quality, hassle-free options. And clients see and they really appreciate that like minimal effort that's required on their part, right? The less this goes back to decreasing effort and sacrifice. Yeah, basically the less they have to do within the process, the more valuable it is in their head. Here's a couple of examples. So Starbucks mobile ordering app allows clients to place their orders ahead of time and pick them up without waiting in line, right? By letting clients customize and pay for their orders in advance, Starbucks eliminates the effort of waiting and simplifies the process, allowing for a more efficient and personalized experience, right? The more personalized, the more personalized it is throughout the whole journey, the more the client will find it valuable, right? This is why Starbucks, for example, is the go-to coffee place in the entire world, right? Example 2, Apple's ecosystem integration allows products like iPhone, iPad, MacBook, and Apple Watch to work seamlessly together. So they have like AirDrop, iCloud syncing, Apple ID, access to the photos and messages across all the devices without some kind of complex setup. This makes it super simple. And although this isn't the only reason why people buy, iPhones, it's the reason why people will buy iPhones and then they'll have the entire like Apple system. They'll have the MacBook, the Apple Watch, the iPhone, the iPad, the Apple TV, right? Because they're all integrated with each other, which makes everything ultimately easier, right? So think of it like this. How could someone get from New York to Mexico? They could walk, they could drive, they could take a bus, or they could take a private jet, right? If you walk, it's going to take forever. If you drive, it's not as bad as walking, but it's still going to take a long ass time to get from New York to Mexico by car. You could take a bus, which is even easier because, you don't have to be there, driving conscious the whole time. You could sleep, whatever. Or you could take a private jet and someone feeds you champagne the whole way there, right? The reality of the landscaping industry is that like 80% of landscaping companies just suck. Just like to put that out there, like they suck in terms of how good their company is. The other 20% of landscaping companies are they're okay at best, and these are like the top dogs. These are the guys that kind of got it figured out, right? But to be the private jet, it's really not that hard to beat like everyone in your area. It's really not. Like you don't have to do much. And if you just follow the 5 steps that I just outlined, I guarantee you will stand so far out of all of your competition that naturally you will just become the go-to landscaper. Your service will be so good that it will sell itself. People will tell their friends, and their friends will tell their friends, right? And the cycle repeats. So, how can you be the private jet? This is what most landscaping companies do. Their sales process sucks. So, you need a sales process excellence. Their follow-up sequence sucks. You can have a proactive follow-up sequence. Client communication sucks. You need clear and consistent client communication. Quoting system sucks. You need an efficient and transparent quoting system. Onboarding sucks. You need a very nice and smooth and welcoming onboarding. The final product. This one, most people have like decent landscaping skills, but obviously, high quality final product. Post communication sucks. Most companies don't communicate with the client. They're like, okay, cool. Thanks for your money. Hope you enjoy your patio, right? That's not what you should do. You should interact with them and make them want to buy again, right? Even if they don't buy from you immediately, having that sort of like lasting impact at the end of the sale is actually super important, right? Payment process sucks. You don't want to be the guy who that your client has to leave, cash under the doormat every time you come to the house, right? You don't want to be that guy. You want streamlined and convenient payment processes, okay? All right, and all of this will ultimately equal value. So The dream outcome for landscaping client, the dream outcome might be, some beautifully designed outdoor space that boosts curb appeal, creates a relaxing environment, it even increases the property value, which a lot of times we don't highlight as landscapers. But to highlight this, emphasize how your landscaping services transform spaces into visually stunning and functional areas that are basically tailored to their lifestyle or their needs, right? If someone has a dog and they hate taking their dog out, naturally you're going to want to put artificial turf there, and now their dog can just poop there anytime they want. Boom, you just saved them like days and years of time taking their dog out on a walk that in their head is like so invaluable. Perceived likelihood of achievement. Increase the client's confidence that you can deliver their dream landscape by showcasing before and after photos, client testimonials, case studies, and you can also offer guarantees like satisfaction guarantees, making sure that their project is delivered on time, which will ultimately enhance the trust that they have for you and will show that you're reliable, right? And then while increasing those two, you're going to be decreasing the time delay. So often, especially bigger landscaping projects, they do take time, don't get me wrong. And like there's a waiting period, with scheduling and weather, and they have to go through a whole design phase or whatever. To reduce the perceived time delay, offer realistic timelines and transparent communication on progress, right? A client will never be mad at you for how long something takes, so long as you tell them, as you disclose it, hey, just want to let you know, it's going to take about a week. Now their expectation is there, right? But if you tell a client like, hey, I'll get this done in like tomorrow, right? And you get back to them in like a week, they're going to be pissed. What's even worse is if you say nothing. If you say nothing, you're guaranteed to lose a job. I mean, you can count it out right there. Consider providing visuals of design concepts early on or regular progress updates so that the clients feel that their project is moving along slowly. It doesn't even have to be moving along slowly. They have to feel like it is, right? They have to get that constant feedback loop from you, the text, the call, the courtesy stuff. That stuff is super important, while also decreasing effort and sacrifice. Clients value convenience, so reduce their effort by handling all aspects of the project, from design to cleanup. Offering a seamless, hassle-free process that includes a clear plan, easy scheduling, a professional crew, and a thorough post-job cleanup minimizes the time and energy that clients need to invest, right? If you can decrease their going in and like hands-on process in this, that will win you over to them, right? And if you do all of this, this is you and all of the money that you've just made. I actually made a full 54-page document that outlines exactly how I fired myself from my landscaping business. If you want it, just click the first link in the description. Bye.